Hello, everyone. Start of the week. What's everybody's day been like? It's been pretty nice down here. We've had a good day at work, actually. Hi, Kaz. You got in early. And hi, Kayleen. Thank you for joining. And Beck is here. She is in behind the scenes doing all the comments. So we have to thank her very much because we're interrupting her dinner. Well, tonight we've got Krsulja joining us. I've just had a mouthful. Joining us tonight to talk about his new single, and we're going to have a bit of a chat about that and his album. And if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments because they're coming through really well, and we can pop them on the screen and ask. Hi, John. How are you? And I think he's frozen. We'll see if he's going to work. Just a moment. We'll pop him.
Oh, I'm not frozen.
You froze for a second.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Well, for a second and go on. We've got so many people joining in tonight already. We've got Kaz has joined us, and Kayleen has joined us, and Jen has come in and said hello.
Hi, Kaz, Kayleen.
There's so many people here. Anyways,
Hi,
so it's not long since we had you on the show, but what has been happening since we had you last?
Did you say it wasn't long ago? I don't know. These days are blurring. But I did just.
Are you there?
I can't remember. That's the best thing about COVID is we have good excuses for forgetting things. And
exactly.
But it's good. Good. I've been well. I played a gig on Saturday night. Do you remember that?
Where did you play? Yeah, no, not very well.
I went down
Where did you play?
To Dashville. Down in Belford in the Hunter Valley.
Were you lots of people there?
Great.
Excellent.
Yes.
It's hard.
There wasn't a lot of people there, but
I've got you back now.
Okay. There you go. There wasn't a lot of people there, but is that breaking up?
Yeah, no, it's good now. It's good now. There wasn't many people, but it still would have been amazing just to get out and live gig.
It was. So the guys down there at Dashville did a great job. Regardless, they put so much effort in. All the lights were up, all the dunnies were out. The stage sounded fantastic, and they were committed. So they went ahead and did it no matter what.
Oh, good on them. For the people that did go, I'm really jealous. Really jealous. I'd just love to get to a live gig at the moment.
Yeah.
It'd be great. How is last time we had you were releasing? How is your album? How's all that going for you throughout COVID? Your whole album. How's it going?
Oh, great! I sold out 50,000 copies. No, it's been good. Yeah, worldwide. I had #1 in Nashville for about 6 weeks. It was great. It's been great.
Yeah, it's still there, isn't it? #1.
Yeah. I mean, no one can knock it off. They're not game. They're not game to. Yeah. No, look, it's been good. I think everybody that matters has it.
Yeah.
And the ones that will matter will have it. So that's what matters.
Right. That's exactly right. They will get it. If you don't have it and you want to matter,
eventually.
You better get it. Now, your latest single.
When I see them.
Yeah. So this song is probably one that a lot of them had already heard if they had the album. And is it your third single from the album now? Third single, isn't it? I think
it is. Yeah, there's 3.
Yeah, number 3. So how's that going for you? What's been happening? Have you had a lot of feedback?
I have. Everybody enjoyed the Oz slang part of it. Getting the film clip was great. Getting the deaf community involved with The World Keeps Turning on Its Own. Yeah. That was really cool, and I learnt a lot because when I contacted the translator, to do it, she sort of suggested we use actual deaf people, and
Yeah.
that was just really good idea, and to get them to do their interpretation of the lyrics rather than a direct translation. So they all had their own way of communicating and speaking through Auslan. So it was really interesting to watch them. And in the end, we just grabbed them verse for verse because we didn't want to break up what they had created themselves. It was good.
Yes. Yeah. Did you know any sign language or anything before doing this?
Maybe just that. And no, I didn't. I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I've learned thank you all. Thank you all.
Wow.
But my sister's a carer, and she uses a little bit of it, and my mate Gibbo and Swaino use a little bit with their children who are Down syndrome. You know, they communicate through a little bit of sign language, but not with the deaf community. It's so involved, and when we were communicating with them through a translator, we realised that the language, the sign language, is so, like I say, involved. And you know, kids have different
Yeah.
language, different dialect, and different way of communicating, and different than an adult say. And even adults
Yeah.
talk differently because it's like us having it. And we had an Aboriginal girl, Haley, involved, and she did her interpretation in her Indigenous language. So
Wow.
just her, the way she did her verse was so very complex.
That's incredible. I love this idea. Where did you get this idea from? Where did it all start?
From here.
Nothing happens up there for me, so I'm not familiar.
No, I just thought the actual song itself, I wrote that with Lachlan Bryan, and it was just a simple message in the song. And the recording of it is so simple. It's just the guitar and myself. And Pete Cornelis does a bit of harmonica in the middle. We thought with such unity, and the idea of doing something in Auslan, I think seeing all the emergency services doing sign language in the corner of the screens, and when the Prime Minister's spoken, and it just sort of made me think, you know what, that to take the focus off myself for a change, you know, and put it somewhere else, and that was the idea. And um, yeah, I wasn't even going to be in it originally, but we had to do something in the background, and then we thought the playing was so rhythmic that it could carry the tune if you had no volume to hear my vocal, and you could understand what the sign language was. So that's what we thought. And it worked out well. A
It really
collaboration, but it did start here.
Absolutely. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I hope it's something that, people start to do, because it's something, it includes another group of people into this wonderful world of music. It's great. Great idea.
Yeah, it is. It was inclusive, and even the deaf community um, feel that that's all they want, is they want to just because they're deaf, they don't want to be treated different in
Yeah.
their bio. They sent me a bio, and they're all in the arts community, and they all said that that's what they want: equality for deaf people, and
Yeah.
recognition that that they're there. And the
Absolutely.
older deaf people weren't allowed to use sign language when they were kids. They had to try and speak, and they found that difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be very hard, because you don't even know a lot of what we do. If you can't hear it, it must be very hard to pick up how to even start. I don't know how they do it. Incredible, incredible. And tell us, have you got any more singles to come from this album?
I think so. I think I will. I was always planning on doing about four, 4 or 5 film clips, and I think with COVID, it made it easier because instead of jumping in the car and spending money traveling this great country of ours, I never got to do that. So I thought, well, I'll put the money into a film clip, and because of music videos, I feel they accompany your body of work, and it's funny. I mean, I'm not saying I'm leaving this planet, but one day I will, and it just gives me more longevity, and it's good to reflect back on and see what you're not what you look like, more so what you're thinking and what you're feeling, and it's another memory for the song, and
Absolutely.
I just sort of the first thing, Black to Blue with those dancers, I thought that was really cool, and People Revolution was just so different, and we weren't meant to even leave the house, and just I don't know, I just sort of feel that
Yeah.
my first album I did 4 film clips, so this one I would like to do a few more. I got a few other ideas cooking in here. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I can't wait. I cannot wait
Hmm.
because honestly, you have everyone has just been a great surprise, and you just do an amazing job. So it's very exciting. It's you're cutting in and out a bit, but I'm not sure how much. Well, I can hear most of it, and I don't know how much everyone else can hear. But I hope if they can't, let us know if it's too hard for you to hear, and we can try again. But yeah, I hope that I look forward to the next singles because it's just great. Being the fact that you said it's COVID and you've been able to put the money into the film clips, do you think it's changed how you'll do music and do recording and things in the future? Doing it
No,
from home?
no,
No?
um, no, no. Well, after playing at Dashville, what I realized was it was so good to perform the album, and I performed it from track 1 to track 11, and the album is such a journey album that to
Yeah.
perform it as a live performance for me, I got to take everybody on a journey, and I didn't tell them I was doing the album. I just did one song after the other, and I had a little 10-second intro that brought in each song. And when I finished, I said to them, "You've just sat through Burden of the Fool and my new album, and from track 1 to 11, and they loved it, and I made me realize I'd like to perform it a lot more because
Yeah.
I haven't had the chance to, but hopefully next year there'll be that chance. But it's definitely I enjoy playing the songs, and each song has its own story. Each story has its own message, and yeah, I just enjoy it. I enjoyed the album playing it, and I've been playing it so much, learning to perform it for the album when we recorded it. It's
Yes.
more of a performance, that album. It's live tracked, one take, and that's how we approached it. So that, yeah. So I don't think I want to keep doing it like this on a Zoom. And
No.
then no, it was great on the
Yeah.
weekend. We're in the
Yeah.
bush there, and there was great sound and lights, and it was just it was good to see people look down in the audience and see them with your eyes and connect and talk to them, and have them talk
Yeah.
back. And I think as artists, we miss that connection with our audience where we can
Yeah.
reach out beyond the screen. So I look forward to, and I know a lot of artists look forward to performing live again,
Yeah.
and reaching beyond the realm of the internet.
TV screens, yes. Connection, real life connection. It's
Real life. Who
absolutely.
can beat it?
It's a real thing. There was such a thing. Um, Kayleen said that there's nothing like live music. Seeing the emotion of the artist puts it into the performance. That's true. I guess, and I guess again, that was something I was going to say with the sign language, because it must be so hard to, when we talk, we don't just talk. We talk. You hear what people mean and the way we say it and the way we do it. So to sign something, you know, there's so many ways that you can take things. Like you read a text message, people, you don't really read what they're saying because you take it in different ways. So it would have been such an interesting thing watching them and seeing what they took away from the lyrics and doing the song. It just would have been incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's that live
That is.
interaction.
And did you say that was Kayleen who said that? Kathleen?
Yes.
It's also seeing the performer, the artist. Sometimes they tell a story with their eyes.
Yes.
I've seen Greta Zilla cry during a performance, and you just don't you see it. And but I've performed the old man shit. I don't want to make people cry, but and from the lovers of music as well. You want to see that they are connecting. I even like looking out in the audience and seeing people asleep. I think that's real.
Does that happen very often?
Does it, Tamworth?
Yeah, once they get in the air conditioning, you're out. Yeah.
It might even be me.
You're on the stage having a
I've fallen asleep at gigs. Put your hand up if you've fallen asleep at a gig.
I probably have actually, yes. There's been a few where I'm pretty sure I haven't been very conscious, that's for sure. Brendan, I was just going to say, Bex just popped up. Brendan
Especially if you have a big night the night before.
Or in Tamworth, a big 10 days and nights where it doesn't end. Brendan has popped a comment. He said, Burden of the Fool is a fantastic album.
And you get to sit back in a comfy chair and listen to music. It's great.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's even better when you're in the air conditioning.
Hey, Brendan.
And Kaz has written Greta and Michael. You can see that one.
I can tell you a funny story about.
Yes.
I was going to say I could tell you a funny story, but I won't because I don't want to offend anyone. But about an AC/DC concert once. Yeah, I won't, but we won't go there.
You won't. Well, it's very hard to hear you. It's cutting in and out. So, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Where can people get your album? If they want a hard copy, where can they get one?
If name.
Well, we've lost you again.
That's the best way.
Well, sorry, you cut out then, so we couldn't hear you, but we might be able to pop the link in the comments for everyone. It cut out again. But thank you so much for joining us again, and I hope we can have you very soon. And I look forward to the next film.
I'm sorry, I'm on
satellite.
Right.
It's all right. It's always good to hear anyway.
Thanks,
and it just shows that we are live. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. We'll be back Wednesday night, and I would tell you if I could, off the top of my head, remember who it is on Wednesday night. But I will pop that up tonight as well, so keep an eye out. But thank you all so much, and thank you so much for joining us, John. See you guys.